I pick and choose to be number one. It is not a hard thing. Yes, it is a challenge, but it is not a rock science. During my career, I have joined couple of banks. All these banks has different environments with different people. But alhamdulillah, I managed to adapt within each environment and to build up my career. Alhamdulillah. We cannot deny that one day I have to pass the torch to the next generation. The simple and one advice to them: build up your knowledge, believe in yourself.
It's a great morning here. Glad to be chatting with you. And Women's Day is an occasion, or what would I say? It's kinds of it's a reminder for us that we have come a long way in terms of empowering ourselves or getting empowered by the generation that was before us, and also keeping this empowerment legacy on and passing it to the generations that will follow next. With this context, let's just formally introduce ourselves. So, as I told you, I'm the Chief Marketing Officer and Global Head of Marketing for Newgen. I've been here in the system for close to 8 months now, so 22 plus years now in
MashaAllah.
this industry. And yes, it's a great start for me getting to know the people here, and the product B2B marketing space is a great one, or what should I say? It's a great space to be in. So let's take it from here, Safi. If you could introduce yourself, and we'll get started.
Sure. Uh, I'm coming from Almarzooqi family, Safeya Almarzooqi. Total experience almost 26 years. I started my career, I still remember, in 1996 as a banker. It was a really challenge story, because when I started my career, UAE national used to be a minority in the sector itself, especially UAE national. Lots of challenge happened during these 26 years. However, I can just say that this challenge pushed me to accomplish and to reach my goals. One of the things that remind me with when I start my career, I used to hear that you are as a small lady, a small woman. This is a very tough sector. You have to work hard. You have to stay late. Honestly, that encouraged me. Such kind of comments and such kind of statement encouraged me to build up my career. And I felt at some point that I can do it, although this is a huge challenge. But one of my model, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, give me the motivation that we need to be number one. Number one in everything. Number one when it comes to personality, when it comes to my personal life, when it comes to my career. I pick and choose to be number one. It is not a hard thing. Yes, it is a challenge, but it is not a rock science. Banking sector is not a rock science. And if someone succeed to reach somewhere, I'll be also on the same path. Maybe I'll accomplish more. To be honest, the multinationality in the banking sector helped me a lot to build up my career and to build up my awareness as well, to place my goals, to face my challenges as well. So as an officer, when I started my career, I used to be an officer. Alhamdulillah, I reached a position where I become a CCO of Masraf. But all these challenges and all this journey, it was a hectic journey. It wasn't at ease at all. It was a difficult. At some point, I cannot deny that at some point, I was like, I want to quit. I don't want to carry on. But something inside me, the power of woman, I felt like I can do it. How somebody else did it? How can I think about quitting now? So there are some time where I want to quit. There are some time where I felt at some point that yes, this is me. This is how I accomplish. This is how I need to challenge myself as well. Started my career with a small position as an officer, doing the interaction with the client. Then I felt at some point that I don't feel that this is my cup of tea. It is not me to be an upfront dealing with the client. I need to be back office. You know, when you grow up, you feel at some point that you are really building up your knowledge, your awareness, your way of thinking. It's totally different from 26 years ago. So I start building up my career from that. And honestly, lots of my colleagues helped me doing that, whether positively or negatively. It was a career, it was a journey, it was a bit hectic, but I reached a position that I need to build up my career by myself. Nobody will build up that. Someone will carry on, someone will coach me, someone will mentor me, but the 90% it will be from my end. So I put this in my mind. And by the way, during my career, I further my education by having a master degree. And from that point, it's like every single step, it was like pushing me toward my goals. One of my boss used to tell me, Safeya, if you want to reach somewhere, you have to build up your knowledge. Knowledge is the key. Communication is another key of success, but knowledge is the key. So I start believe that I have to encourage myself. I have to build up my knowledge, starting from officer, jumping to being a credit manager, then a team leader. Then I start looking after my path. You know, when you start your career, you don't have a clue where you are going. There is no clarity on your path. But when you carry on, you felt at some point that, you know what, now I know what I need. Now I know what is my preferences. Now I know that, no, I don't want to be in business. I want to be in credit side. All these aspects, you will not get to know it when you start your career. It has to do with the journey. Alhamdulillah, I passed several exams in the master degree, even in the couple of training. And I used to have the mentality of I have to add up to my knowledge. If this challenge face me today, I will overcome this challenge. If it is not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, but I'll carry on. I have to keep trying. Keeping trying, this is one of the key that I learned from it, that I have to be patient with my, for example, my goal. So if I'm not reaching it today, maybe tomorrow. Some people, there are some people who would like to execute their goal. I am a person who would like to plan, then post the plan I will execute. So there will be a difficulty, there will be lots of obstacles, there will be lots of challenge, but you have to know what do you want. This is the key things. If you really think that you want to join the banking sector, then you have to plan for it. If you really think that you need to be in private sector, you have to plan for it. I started my career again as an officer, going to credit manager, and each single level has its own challenges. For example, as a credit manager, I used to have a challenge with my business people. They used to come to my desk asking me for an approval. To be honest, it was like an aggressive request sometime. You have to do it. So to overcome such kind of thing, it wasn't easy. Responsibility is also one of the things helped me, honestly, to build up my career. Having the personality of being responsible, whether on office or in outside the office. So alhamdulillah, during my career, I have joined couple of banks. All these banks has different environment with different people, but alhamdulillah, I managed to adapt within each environment and to build up my career. Alhamdulillah.
That's so beautifully put, Safeya. Even India has been progressive, and we've had lot of Indian leaders in the government cadre. It started off with Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who was once Prime Minister of India, and also we have a lot of women in the leadership role. But having said that, it's not been easy for women out here as well. There's many of the women, even in my family, I could say, or friends I've seen, they've been the first to be getting started with work, because very notion of women even in India is that you will be homemakers first and career comes in later. But in my family, I've been the first to get started with work, because my mother was a homemaker.
So do I.
And yes, oh, that's great. So yes, so of course, then comes, after all this, after you've been given, or after giving so many years to work and all, the question of balancing professional and personal life comes again and again. Like, and even I get questions sometimes as to how do you balance your professional and personal life, because that's a challenge that many face, especially in leadership roles. So what advice would you give to women, especially in the banking sector, to strive balance between a professional and personal life? Because as a woman, you probably are a wife or a mother, or you're a sister, you're a daughter, you're taking care of so many things together, and then your family also demands your time, and your professional world also demands your time. So how do you strike that balance, and what is that advice that you want to give to women specifically in the banking sector?
Back to the banking sector, because it is a bit, I don't want to say it is a tough sector, but it is not an easy one. As a woman, we are a multitask person. We are a multitask. We can do multiple things in the same time. But again, that will affect my family. That will affect my personal life. My personal advice, so honestly, to all younger women these days, to prioritize. You have to think and you have to plan yourself. When it comes to plan and to prioritize, what is the most important today? What is the most important tomorrow? So you have to pick and choose how, who, when. And it comes with the practice. If you ask me again 20 years ago whether I used to have this personality of prioritizing what is the most important, what is the second important, I wasn't that good in doing that. Again, it is a journey. So I used to struggle somewhere. I used to fail sometime. Then back to the path. Okay, let me just prioritize. Let me have this. Who will be doing this? Today, what is the most priority? I'm having a meeting. I'm guiding even my people to do the same. I used to tell them, always prioritize your task. Always prioritize your daily task, the personal life. Even within your personal life, you are having multitask within your personal life. Do I have to do this first? Do I have to do? What is the most important thing? what is I need to do, what I have to do. Need, nice to do, it is totally different. So don't start with nice to have, then you end up forget about need to have. No, we have to start with need to have, then nice to have. So well organize yourself, plan yourself, think before executing any kind of task in your life.
So beautifully put, Safya. It's prioritizing between what is nice versus need. Then also, once you've started work, how are you executing it? That is important. So very beautifully put, Safya. It's relevant to everybody, I believe, banking sector or any other sector. I think it's relevant to women across. So it was beautifully put, rather, and it helps all of us. And what else can I say? It's been such beautiful talking to you. But then, any particular advice that you want to give women starting their careers who probably are still deliberating and still wanting to start a career in banking or maybe finance for that matter, and who want to take on to career leadership positions going forward again? So how should they go about it? What is that one piece of advice that you would want to give them?
The simple and one advice to them: build up your knowledge, believe in yourself. I used to be in my comfort zone when I started my career, and I always hear my ex-boss telling me, Safeya, you have to get out of your comfort zone. And I was like, why do I have to do that? I'm happy, I'm satisfied doing this job every single day. I'm happy. Then I felt at some point that, you know what, I'll keep doing this for my entire 20 years, upcoming 20 years. No, this is not me. So I can read myself. So I believe in myself at some point, and I felt like I have to get from this level to another one. So let me try to get out of my comfort zone. Communicate more, build up your knowledge, take the advantage of the challenge itself. Believe in yourself.
Perfect. Yes, believing in ourselves, because we women have a tendency to not believe in ourselves. And it's a personal choice whether you want to work or you don't want to work. But if you've chosen to take a career route, then you have to have the faith in yourself. You have to somehow make it worthwhile.
True.
So yes, I can relate to every word that you're saying, Safia, because I'm also married. I have two grown-up daughters now, and they're also now towards their career paths. And when they come to me for advice, I say just follow your instinct. And once you've started, don't give up. It's been a great experience talking to you, Safia. Any closing comments that you would want to give?
The only thing I just want to say, the sky is there. There is no limitation. You can just believe in yourself, approach, and life is very nice. So do whatever you want to do, as long as you are satisfied and accomplished in this life, as a woman and as a person as well.
Absolutely, so well said. And sky is the limit, and there's something beyond sky also. Who knows? So once you've started, just keep on going and get out of the comfort zone. Just be very complacent about where you are. Just be yourself. Keep getting better day by day.